Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson Football channel for your second video of the day. I was scrolling through the video feed here on GBFC and I realised that I think for like the past 8 or 9 videos we've been talking about the magician, the mercurial Enzo Fernandez. So I thought we might as well change it up a little bit today, and we're not going to talk about Enzo Fernandez in today's video. We are talking Chelsea's summer transfer targets. We have got some reveals about who Chelsea want to sign. It's come out that apparently this is just the beginning of Chelsea's crazy expenditure spree. And when we look at some of the players that are being rumoured to be sold in the summer, you wouldn't bet it against Todd Boehly, David Raya and everybody else coming together and ruining football once again. I'm absolutely loving this. If you're loving this as well, be sure to hit the like button on today's video. And I think nearly 40% of people that have been watching the channel in the last month are not subscribed, and we're on the way to 250,000 Chelsea fans. So if you could please subscribe. We're going to talk today about this supposed we are not finished kind of transfer story. I want to talk a little bit, first of all, about some of the players being rumoured to be up for sale this summer for Chelsea Football Club. So at the minute, some of the names that are being reported: Christian Pulisic, Hakim Ziyech, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Kalidou Koulibaly, Conor Gallagher, and I think there was a couple of other ones in there as well, but I can't bloody remember who they were. But there's quite a few players who will probably be leaving Chelsea this summer, whether that is because Graham Potter sees them potentially as surplus to requirements. I think there's a couple of players in there who are on significantly higher wages than they probably should be. And what we do know about the way that the contracts have been given out this January, there's a lot of players in there who have Champions League clauses in their contracts. So for a lot of the players, if they don't want their wages to be decreasing, they better pull their fingers out right now and make sure that Chelsea get qualifying for the Champions League next season, whether that is through winning the competition or finishing in the top 4. When we look at the players that we've brought in, I think there will be a momentum shift for Chelsea. And I think top 4 isn't something that is out of our reach. I think it's going to be incredibly difficult. It would be almost a miracle right now to foreshadow Arsenal and City are 100% in there. Manchester United and Newcastle. It just makes you think, like, are they going to drop enough points for Chelsea to therefore win enough points to be able to replace one of them in those 2 positions? I think it's going to be tough, but you never know. We've won the Champions League against all odds before, and we may well do it for a 3rd time this season. So, with players expected to leave, with Chelsea absolutely maximising the amortisation rules that will be changed in the summer, we are still looking as though we're doing okay for FFP. I do believe that without Champions League football, we could be getting a little bit closer to being in trouble when it comes to financial fair play. And at the same time, there is a massive difference in the pulling power of a club who are either in the Champions League or not in the Champions League. But I think a couple of the players, we're going to talk 3 signings that I think Chelsea have A, been interested in, B, we might actually get. And then I'm going to talk about a man who is available on a free. And I'm going to give you the reasons why, at the end of this video, or later in this video, why Karim Benzema on a free would be the dream marquee signing that Todd Boehly has said he wants. We know that Boehly wants a marquee, massive name player, and who better than a free agent Benzema? I'll give my reasons for that a little bit later on. But the first player that we wish to discuss is a goalkeeper, plays for Brentford. He's having a wonderful season, David Raya. Now, Brentford this year, Raya has been making a lot of saves. Not only that, Brentford play some brilliant football. However, Chelsea are interested in the goalkeeper. One thing that all clubs are going to have to get used to is that the pulling power of Chelsea Football Club may well be above and beyond the pulling power of any other club in world football right now. Every player who signs is saying exactly the same thing. We love the idea of the project. We're buying in to this project. People can see, players can see exactly where Chelsea are heading. And I think as much as Kepa has had a decent season, Yes, there have been moments, like there always is with Kepa Arrizabalaga. There's always those moments where you're like, what is he doing? Like, are we sure he is a top quality goalkeeper? And we get questions asked as a result of his performances. Edouard Mendy lost his position to Kepa when Kepa came in and was doing well. And we've also seen calamitous moments from Edouard Mendy, which despite being such a pivotal player in our Champions League win, people have said, are Mendy and Kepa Arrizabalaga good enough goalkeepers to help Chelsea go to the next level? You know, we don't want to see Man City winning 4 out of 5 Premier League titles. We definitely don't want to see them win 3 in a row. And the goalkeeping position, Raya from Brentford is a player that Chelsea are interested in, but I would have a few reservations about just how good he is. And with the way that we've been spending, is it worth bringing in Raya, or should we look at other positions and think that's still more important, such as a striker, such as a central midfielder? I don't think Brentford would be selling him cheap either. I don't think it would be the biggest goalkeeping transfer fee of all time, but Chelsea are reportedly interested in bringing in Raya from Brentford this summer. The next player, and he's on the thumbnail, Declan Rice. Now, with Enzo Fernandez coming in, Chelsea know that the midfield is going to need another reinforcement to come in during this summer window. There's also rumours Mateo Kovacic is one of those players within that list that we mentioned earlier that is also rumoured to be up for sale this summer. Now, I think with Kovacic, it's an interesting one because technically this season's probably been his worst season yet at Chelsea. There are question marks also over something that we've known ever since we bought the man. Is there enough goals in there? No. Is he getting enough assists? No. Is there enough progressive passing? Probably not. Now, Enzo Fernandez has come in and he ticks up all of those boxes. The man gets forward. He can score goals. He gets assists. He's brilliant in terms of passing range and passing mobility in the middle of the field. And I think Enzo Fernandez, even though there might be work permit issues, which means he might not be able to play tomorrow against Fulham, gonna have to wait and see about that one. My match preview will be out tomorrow morning. Chelsea know that Enzo Fernandez is going to be the mainstay in the midfield. And when N'Golo Kante is fit, he is going to be the first choice to play alongside Enzo in what will likely be a 4-2-3-1 double pivot for Chelsea between now and the end of the season. Declan Rice has been wanted by Chelsea for so long. The last 2 summer windows, Chelsea have been desperate to get Rice, but West Ham, they were on an upward trajectory. Now, they're looking like they might even get relegated this season. I highly doubt they will. I think they're too good for that. But West Ham are not keeping Declan Rice past this summer. So Chelsea might not necessarily be the front runners now, because even though Arsenal bought in Jorginho, they are still rumoured to be interested to bring in Declan Rice in the summer. Declan Rice and Enzo Fernandez as a pivot for Chelsea is the next 10 years sorted for Chelsea Football Club. I think whether we go with a 4-3-3 with 3 in the midfield, imagine Kante, Enzo and also Declan Rice. It is frightening to think about. I think there does need to be a bit more of an attacking flair about a midfield 3 if that was the case, but Declan Rice and Enzo in a pivot is absolutely groundbreaking. Not only that, but I think the leadership abilities of Declan Rice is West Ham's captain, and of course the fact that he is a Chelsea boy. He was there in the academy. He got sold. I feel like there's unfinished business, and Chelsea could be picking up Declan Rice if we indeed go for him in the summer for 75 million, and we've seen it talked about numerous times. If Chelsea come for Declan Rice, we will obviously be able to compete with Arsenal, Man United if they wanted him, Liverpool, Man City, whoever go for Declan Rice. Chelsea can 110% compete financially. I think even though we've spent so much money in this January window and the past window, 600 million quid or whatever it is, we've been told that this is just the beginning. And I think Declan Rice is that jigsaw piece for Chelsea Football Club, with Nkunku coming in the summer, with Malo Gusto coming in the summer too. The strength in depth is absolutely incredible, and I think Declan Rice walks still into the first team. Alongside Enzo, it excites me no end. Now, the final player that I want to talk about today is Karim Benzema. Karim Benzema is available as a free agent this summer. Imagine first up the link-up between Christopher Nkunku, Karim Benzema, the French connection. When we look through the Chelsea team as well, there are French players everywhere now. And I just think that when a player like Karim Benzema is available on a free, yes, he's only going to join Chelsea ever if we get Champions League. Yes, if for whatever reason Real Madrid decide that they want to keep him, he will probably stay. And I say for whatever reason. Whatever reason is, Benzema's a Ballon d'Or winner. Benzema is still an evergreen, fine wine striker, and he seems to be getting better. And I think as much as people might say, oh, he's never going to come to Chelsea, and also João Felix, Chelsea want to make his loan move permanent in the summer, I just get the feeling that if, as Benzema's getting older, if he wants to join a big club, it's Todd Boehly's marquee man. I don't know if it is the kind of level of like, Chelsea have been linked with Neymar, Boehly wanted Neymar, Neymar's a massive name. Benzema's also a massive, massive name. And I think if he's available on a free, Chelsea should be going for him. And I think once again, even if it is to rotate, I don't know if Benzema's going to want to rotate, but I just think Karim Benzema is the complete striker. And I think Chelsea need experience. When we look at the current project, the current plan, we're buying young players, we're buying players for the future. We've got a stacked load of strikers in the development squads. We've got some brilliant young strikers coming through. But Chelsea will be looking for a striker in the summer, from what we're being told. The other obvious option is Victor Osimhen from Napoli. This guy is a machine. He's a monster. And I think over the course of the next few years, Victor Osimhen is going to be renowned as one of the world's most deadliest strikers. This summer, I think Chelsea will sign a goalkeeper. I think we will sign a defensive midfielder, and I think Raya and Declan Rice, who are being touted to be interested in, would be two very good options. Questions about Raya perhaps, but Benzema would be my man to go to up front, because once again, free signing, yes, he's old, but we need a bit of experience in there. We need leaders, and I think Benzema would be the ideal man. Let me know if you think it's feasible. Is it possible? Let me know in the comments down below. And as I said at the beginning of the video, make sure you're subscribed. I'm going to be doing a live stream again tomorrow, by the way. For those of you that tuned into the deadline day live stream, there'll be another stream tomorrow where we talk about the Fulham game. I'm going to go live a couple of hours before kickoff. And then 6 things we learned tomorrow and Chelsea news and a preview as well. There's just tons of content. Just because the transfer window's closed doesn't mean we're stopping. This is the year. GBFC to 250,000. Come on, you Blues.